Yes, I'm Gabrielle Dale, and I'm the DOS and part owner of the British International School of English in Casalecchio, near Bologna, and I've been teaching for nearly 27 years. Listening and speaking, I'd say, in equal place. Basically, I think their difficulty stems from the fact that they come from a very grammatically heavy scholastic background, which gives them very little opportunity to enhance their opportunity to enhance their comprehension and communication skills. Mm-hmm. And they're afraid of speaking for fear of making grammatical mistakes, because this is what this is their school experience. English File is a book which prepares students well for listening comprehension, both lexically and grammatically, and also gives the students ample opportunity for practicing in a controlled and a freer way with their classmates.
Okay.
In addition, I wanted to say that I also try to encourage students to practice outside of the classroom. For example, over coffee with their friends, or on the phone, even better. And also to try to dedicate even as little as 15 minutes a day to either listening to something or watching something that interests them. But very importantly, I underline the fact that it's important to be in relaxation mode and not study mode when they do this. Because from my own experiences, I've told them more than once, when you're relaxed, you understand much more and get much more out of the exercise. Mm-hmm. But it shouldn't be homework.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I'm a big fan of pronunciation, and English File helps greatly with that. And one of the things I like to do is to demonstrate to students that it is actually quite a mechanical thing, how we pronounce from language to language. And I usually demonstrate how, with a very strongly accented English pronunciation, an Italian sentence, and it makes them laugh. But it also serves to help them to understand that if I speak Italian using my L1 mouth movements, then the result is quite horrible. And they can understand from this that, yes, it's quite funny when they hear this, but they can understand why, that it is actually possible to improve your pronunciation in a purely mechanical way, if you know where to place your teeth and your tongue and so on. Without hesitation, I think my most memorable and successful English File lesson was from the first, was my exam observation lesson for the TESOL, the DIP. And it was from the first edition English File pre-intermediate, and it was a practical English lesson. And I felt it was a success because it blended, it was a very good blend of useful phrases, pronunciation exercises, and a review of grammatical and lexical input from the previous lessons. And the particular point a strong point of my lesson was that I combined pronunciation with the review of the language, and they had to produce the words using the phonemes. And I believe that, as I feel English File does, that pronunciation is an important component in the production and acquisition of a language. And English File uses this very successfully in introducing it in small bits, in small chunks in almost every lesson. And it's very important because without a correct pronunciation, students risk not being understood. Whereas if they write it and they write it incorrectly, it's fairly easily understood. But pronunciation, speaking, communication is essential, I believe.